Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get that intro going. It's time to break down Bitcoin and put the lemon in the water, baby. Let's get it in. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. You beautiful people, you. God bless you all. Let's get it in. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, I didn't expect you here. I thought, what? Oh, no, it is 10. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Blessed to be here on the live. Let's put the lemon into the water. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's get that music back up and running. Seems weird. Am I still here? Am I still alive? What's going on? Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's take that sip of lemon water. Let's decalcify that pineal. Get ourselves on another level mentally. Ooh, it's cold with the ice cubes. Everything with ice in Florida. It's like every single time you have a drink, ice, baby, ice. You know what I mean? It's just how it is when you're in FLA, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show, baby. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there on this beautiful Friday afternoon, or Friday morning, Friday afternoon. It sounds better on Friday afternoon, right? On this beautiful Friday morning. And thank God I'm not, it's funny, 53 degrees in Boston, 46 degrees at night, rainy. Happy to be here in sunny Florida. Bang, bang, bang. Anyway, beautiful day to be alive. Shout out to everybody here. Looking great as always, Sammy. Thank you for you too, man. Hope you're having a good time. If I could see you, I bet you're looking pretty good too. Afternoon in the UK. Good morning, Sam. I have a great day, brother. Thank you to Rudy 007. Said it, Sam. Good morning, lifers. Bang, bang. Let's go. Shout out to Stas in the house. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's take a look at what's happening with our baby, Bitty Bitty Bitcoin. Shout out to all the Bitcoin lovers in the house. Shout out to the Bitcoin hodlers. Shout out to the crypto fiends, the crypto heads, the crypto freaks, the crypto people, whatever you want to call yourselves, the crypto enthusiasts. This OXO looks interesting to me, like it's going to break out to 55, 46% gain. Token Metrics has it on the radar, and I see a hidden bullish divergence above the 200 SMA with a golden cross. I did post it to the trading group. It's something I'm looking at. I also like the project. I can find it on CoinEx, which I do have a link, a referral link in my group if you need it. Jump into CoinEx, very small exchange. I only use it like once every 2 weeks or maybe once a month or something randomly to grab a coin that I can't get or something. But that's about it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We're also going to give you another coin that I've been looking at that just came out. I'm on the fence about it. I have not bought any yet. But it's called Maze. Why, or Maze, the future-ready blockchain at today's speed with 40,000 transactions per second and 1 second finality. Experience EVM-compatible smart contracts, unparalleled privacy with ZK proofs. It's a layer 1 that redefines the proof-of-work-based DAG. It's kind of going after Casper in a way. I don't think it's going to kick Casper out the way. Casper's hot stock right now. Casper's the one, but it's going after that same idea. Layer 1 proof of work. I believe that's a narrative you must have in the bag, and I have almost every narrative checked on my portfolio. I got base coins. I got AI coins. I got gaming, metaverse. Then I have AI gaming, which is kind of connected. I got AI, okay? I got RWA. I got BRC20, and I even have layer 1 proof of work. I mean, I'm pretty stacked. Anything else, I'm kind of like, those are my 5 narratives. I think I said 5, maybe 6. All right. Bang, bang, bang. All right. Let's take a look at our baby BTC and see what's happening for the day for Bitcoin. And I love to look at the Binance USDT chart. Been looking at it ever since. So look, we just took a nasty fall to the downside. You can see this kind of a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder. Today I was watching this flag, right? We were watching this ascending triangle, and you can see we lost the ascending triangle, barely retested, fell to the downside, made a shoulder, head and right shoulder. I mean, it was obviously it was all there for you. I was working out, so I wasn't able to, show you exactly what to do. I apologize. And then we lost the 200 SMA, and that's when you knew we were going further to the downside. Friday's not my favorite day to trade anyway, so it's not like I wake up ready to rock on Friday. I'll see if anything happens and I see something that calls my name in. That was a pretty nice short there to the downside. You lost the point of control, which is the red line, the POC, and the VRVP, which likely you're going to go through the gap to the next high volume node. You had a high, and then you lost the 200. I mean, it was all there for me. Makes sense for me. Anyway, let's break down what we see happening from the weekly on and talk about it like we do every single day. Shout out to all you people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Some gains came into the trading group. VELO making some nice moves to the upside. Bang, bang, bang for VELO. I don't know if I still have the VELO chart up there, but let me show you. I'm looking at CETUS in a double bottom. If SUI comes up, I can see that making a bit of a move to the upside. We'll take a look here at VELO. USDT on MEXC. There's VELO, there's Velodrome. This is just VELO. And this thing had a beautiful 6 days, pumping to the upside for 58%. I'll put it out on May 2nd because I could see that it was likely in a bull flag. Looked like it was going to make a bit of a move to the upside right there, May 2nd. And this thing is still up, holding them out, I don't know, 63 and still sitting at about 49, 50% gains. So shout out to anyone in my trading group. If you jumped into VELO, you made some gains. And I'm not posting tons of altcoins recently, you know what I mean? But look at that beautiful call, May 2nd. Possible 96% gain if it could continue. It broke through the first resistance. Could it continue all the way to the next area of liquidity? And that level we're looking at is about 3.5. And honestly, now I'd look for another flag. This thing is the hot sauce right now. Look for a flag on the 8 hour, 1 hour, something like that, and see if this thing can continue to the upside. VELO's hot right now. Compared to the rest of the market, is on fire, right? So, and look at that beautiful uptrend. It's just been continuing since March, late March. I mean, it's the only thing that's been in an uptrend for 2 months straight. One of the only things. All right. Shout out to AMB, jumped into VELO. Who found VELO through the trading group, was able to make some gains. I just want to see if anyone's paying attention to what we're putting down, even though on this, you know, on this tight market. All right. Wow, there's a lot of action in the trading group today. It's pretty awesome. Also, coins up a little bit. We're getting a little bit of movement in the altcoins this morning. It may turn after this. You know, we'll see what happens. Been in VELO since 006. That's insanity. Long time no see, brother. Been a rough week with work and family stuff. Hope you're having great days, guys. Shout out to my man, Smokesies. Thank you for being here. I see the math above 90. Interesting. Jumped into ELF 333 777 and NOS. Yo, Nosana is hot. It's another coin that I really like. Let's just talk about Nosana for a second. This thing was just, when the market was ripping, Nosana was one of the hottest coins in the game. If you remember, Nosana just took off from 8 cents all the way up to about 780. I mean, it was out of control. Basically did 100x. Did 100x. I mean, we had coins doing 100x from November to March. This thing did basically almost 100x, right? I mean, 8 cents to $8 is 100x. 8 cents to 80 cents, and then 80 cents. It's just insanity. Now, it double bottomed off the 786 Fibonacci. I saw something else do this that I talked about earlier today, and that's in a beautiful double bottom. So if anything could take off, it's Nosana. Bang. Me personally, I didn't get into Nosana early, so I kind of let that ship sail. I may swing trade it, but I can only get a double up to 9. And I feel like there's something else out there that I should be paying more attention to that hasn't gotten as hot. You know, that's how I work, but hey. I still like this coin right now. Nosana looking hot to me. And shout out to just putting Nosana on the radar to everybody. And that's why we're a community. It's not all about me and my ego and look at Sam. It's about each and every one of you who benefit from the knowledge that I put out, then I benefit from the knowledge you put out. Together, we create a community of information, light, and vibration that really pushes each and every one of us to the upside, right? And so look, Nosana broke above the 200 SMA. If we can hang above that, that's going to be a bullish sign. All right, now we're breaking below it now. See that? So now you want to see it make a flag, interact with the 21-day moving average, and get back above that 200 SMA. I'd wait for the 200 SMA to break back above again, but only time will tell. All right. Bitcoin at 62,300, right? And I could jump into the smaller time frames, but we got to do our due diligence for the new people here on the stream. So every single day I look at Bitcoin on the weekly chart and I go do a top-down analysis, right? Key area for Bitcoin is 65.5. We need to hold it and use that as bottom. I knew once we closed the weekly candle below it, we would go bearish, and we did. I knew we were likely going to head back to the 21-day moving average, which we did. I predicted all this, talked about it, went over it for weeks at a time. I didn't say I knew it was going to happen because I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I just said, from years of doing this, this is what I see the highest probability of what's going to happen, right? So Bitcoin already bouncing a little bit back up to 62,420. And I got Bitcoin on a window right now, just so you know. So I'm watching it probably as close as anybody else is. All right. I hate the days when I... Shout out to Hassan K. Amorsh. We love you, man. Thank you for jumping on in. We appreciate you. Don't hate anything. Life's too short to hate anything. God bless you and your love, man. Please don't post your referral links in the trading group. All right? If you can, you know. Okay, so first thing I do is look at the weekly support and resistance. And this key area here is 60,150. That area is so important, right? 50, 60K. We hold that key level, anything is possible. All right. And so far, we haven't closed the candle below. Once we close the candle below that, I mean, we got to start talking about 52,000 and even possibly 44. And I'm not saying that's guaranteed. We'd have to break this level here, but 51.8 is on the radar. Clear as day. I mean, you can see it. So these are the levels to watch on the weekly time frame to matter. As long as we stay above 60,000, we have nothing to worry about, and we go from there. All right. Moving forward, let's go back to the 3-day chart, right? 3-day chart still somewhat bullish. Also, with the 3-day chart still, in my mind, still conveying is a hidden bullish divergence. And even if you took it from here to here, or from here there to there, like whatever, you know, swing low you wanna get acquainted with here, which is a backtest idea if you know what I'm talking about. But even that right there is hidden bullish divergence. It tells you you're not going to make this low. You're going to break this high before you break this low. That's what it tells you. And it's very accurate. Usually 90% of the time. It's very rare. You know, a black swan would have to break that. So it's telling me that Bitcoin is going to break these highs before it breaks this low. And it's going to take its time, and it's only a matter of time. You can see we're kind of starting to round out here. And we could round on out and make somewhat of a more, you know, this is what I'm looking for. Shoulder, shoulder, head, you know, shoulder, shoulder, consolidate. And then break on out to the upside. This is the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario is, right, we lose key levels and we close candles below this and we start to drop down to 52,000. But the bullish scenario is we get this bounce. The 3-day breaks through this resistance and we start moving to the upside. 3-day chart suggests that a move is coming. Every time the 3-day's been down this low and started to curve, we've got a massive move up. 1, 2, 3 would be a charm here. And technically, I see a bull flag for the 3-day chart. So, and I could be wrong, but I'm just showing you what I see. Smaller move and bigger move. The bigger move takes you all the way up to like 105. The smaller move takes you to about $85,000. The longest this would take somewhere by the end of July into August. This one could say somewhere by the, you know, June 11th, we could be at $85,000 for Bitcoin. So that's just what it says. I'm not telling you that's what's going to happen, but many, many times exactly what I've drawn out has played out. Many, many times in my life. All right. So just want to kind of, you know, when you're stuck in the smaller time frames and you're not able to zoom out and really look at the bigger picture, that's what I'm here for every single day. To zoom you out, to slow you down, because your emotions get the best of you. You start seeing only the worst. You start painting only the bad pictures, and you can't see both scenarios. Again, you also get too bullish, and I can bring you back in and show you, hey, we may not be that bullish. Let's pay attention here. There's too many cheerleaders here on Twitter. I lost a lot of respect for some people on Twitter that I used to have respect for, because they were like, you can't cheerlead every second. You're not bullish enough, and then tell everyone, I don't know. You got to say, hey, we don't know what's going to happen to these markets every single day. We do the best we can. But these people were just like, hey, you're not bullish enough. It's going up. And then next thing you know, they're like, I mean, I don't know. I think, you know, this could get worse here. Max Payne. And you're like, dude, like, do you know how to use a chart, or are you just out of control and emotional? Then they're using leverage in front of everyone like it's all good. They never talk about how much they actually lost trading leverage. Like, you see them with a $100,000 leverage position open. When the whole market shifts, they never mention it again. You're like, whatever happened to that leverage position you had open there for $100,000? Never heard about it again, you know? It's funny. Like, I pay attention. I'm watching. I can, you know, I'm not BSing anybody. I'm trading small amounts of leverage, very small amounts, $5,000 account, and I'm DCing into Bitcoin. And I told my whole team last night exactly what I'm DCing into, what I bought, showed my entire portfolio basically to everybody in my trading group last night, down to the penny. Probably a few coins I'm missing because I'm not perfect and I have a huge portfolio, but basically broke it down for everybody exactly what I've been doing. You know, so lots of the influencers are posting demo trades. I'm ready to ride this zero smart money. Yeah. Sir, I'm a day-night working hard to find the setup, which works 90% of the times. You'll be the first person. Shout out to Daily Live Crypto Trading in the house. God bless you, brother. Bullish divergence on the 1 minute. You're really the best in the last 5 years of watching different people. Keep it up, buddy. God bless you and your family. Shout out to the Rolling Road Show. We love you. We appreciate you. The only people I follow on Twitter are people whose business has nothing to do with Twitter. So funny. I've had positions look great and then got wrecked. Sammy got his bags packed. Bruce went down 100%. What happened? Rugged. I mean, whenever you buy something like Roost, you got to know. Sammy got his finger on the crypto pulse. Shout out to Brave Song Records in the house. Is it outlandish to imagine some of these influencers are paid actors promoting trash to make someone else rich? Very possible. Very possible. So the daily to me was break back inside the pattern, go back all the way down to 57,000, 55,000. Retest the daily 200 MA, right? That's it. But that didn't happen. We bounced. But yet now we got lack of volume on the follow through. And to me, it's all about the 4-hour 200 MA. We got to break through this. And now bearish in the 4-hour. Look, you're oversold overbought on the 4-hour 200. You know, the 4-hour stochastics RSI. Sorry. Too much caffeine in the morning. But so we're overbought here on the stochastics RSI. Here's your high. There's your low. You have a low. You have a high. You have a higher low. You could not put in a higher high. You made basically a head and shoulder pattern, and then you made a lower high here. What we're all waiting for is some type of complex inverted shoulder, head, shoulder. Can you break us on out of here? Right? Can this turn into something bigger than it is? I think I'm stretching the truth a little bit here now. There's a time when you're pushing for TA, and there's a time when you're begging for it, and you're forcing the pattern into something that you really want to happen. Right now, we have to be honest with ourselves that the local resistance was the point of control here at 64K. And we may have frothed up to 65 and 65.5 right there, and we got resistance. But as long as we can't get back above the 200 SMA here, we have a problem. All right, I lost about 10K in 2 years. I've been trading leverage. We're down to pretty much my last 1K and was able to turn that to 68K trading Pepe this past February through March. That's amazing, man. God bless you, brother. Mohammed Hamed, salam alaikum. You're one of the most decent and knowledgeable guys in crypto market. Thank you for saying that. We are all George. George saying 3.2 million by 2030. You're funny. Well, it's funny, Jack Dorsey says one thing and then the whole world goes crazy over it. All right. Hunches. Indecision time. Nobody knows. No more pumps. So looks like we are going done. You're funny. Great love from Pakistan. Shout out to Paradise Hell. Paradise Hell. That's funny. Paradise Hell. Love from India. Shout out to all my Indians out here. God bless you all. Thank you for my Indian people. We love you. We appreciate you. All right, so the 4-hour looks like it's going to take a tumble to the downside. Bit of an M pattern here with a lower high. And, what we're looking for is if you come down and you break this area, you're dropping. That's it. And you can see the gap in the VRVP, the liquidity right here. You're either going to double bottom off of 56,000 or you're going to head further down to the bottom of the trend, which I've seen happen over and over again. So look out for this. If we come here and we break this, this could have been a bull trap for sure. And we come all the way back down to this area. See, I'm open-minded to anything. I'm not stuck on it being bullish. I'm not stuck on it being bearish. It doesn't see... Everyone else is stuck on this. I have to be right. I told them it was bullish and we have to see it go this way. Stop saying what you think and what you feel and what you believe. I scanned through a few YouTubers last night and they're all what I think, what I believe, what I feel, right? So look, the 1 hour now breaking the 200 SMA. Bearish, and you got this kind of Bart Simpson pattern here. All right? That's very bearish. Let's see if we could have seen something. Yeah, the 1 minute lost the 200. Once the 1 minute lost the 200, you knew it was a wrap city. I was just going over the longer time frame. Was there a bearish divergence on the 7-minute time frame? Likely was. Let's take a look. I mean, yeah, because you could take this here, and this is a swing down, while this was swinging more up in an uptrend, right? Not perfect, but, you know, a bit of a king head. You lost this level. And a bit of a meltdown here on Friday afternoon for Bitcoin. And everyone's like, what's the catalyst? What's the meaning? What's the news? Well, I just go by liquidity. When we woke up this morning, there was far more liquidity below us than above us, right? And yes, we had that yesterday. It doesn't mean it's 100%, but if I see a bear flag and then I see liquidity, it adds to the idea. And you can see more liquidity. This wants to bring us back down to $59,000. All right. Chuck on base is not an extremely bullish chart. I don't want to hear it again. God bless you pushing your chuck on base, but don't bring it up again. All right. It's not an extremely bullish chart. It pumped and dumped last night. All right. Thank you for saying that. Done. What do you mean? You guys are saying Chuck just keeps going? I don't know. We're talking about the same Chuck here. Chuck on base. I don't know, man. It came up, it came back down, it came up again. I don't know. I mean, it looks somewhat bullish on the stochastics. I'll give you that to you. And it is on the way up. But, like, I don't know, man. It's everyone gets behind it and pushes it to everyone else to buy it. And that's what a meme coin is. I like, it's fun. The ideas are cool. But at the end of the day, it's like, I wouldn't want to be remembered for a meme. I'd want to be remembered for something that people use for the rest of their lives, right? Crazy. We gave back all the awesome gains we made. Remember yesterday with this beautiful pennant that we broke out to the upside, that 15-minute move. And then from then on, I really didn't put out another call. I've just been sideways ever since and looking for a pullback for Bitcoin. Lost the 200 SMA, and then we have a gap with the VRVP. Likely you're coming all the way back down to some key levels. So let's take a look at it here. 4-hour turns bearish immediately. Sorry I didn't catch the entry right there when it happened. I usually do. We were watching this flag, and I wasn't trading it. I didn't say, I didn't open up any longs at all, but I was just saying, hey, let's watch this flag. And that's why you watch a flag too, but that was fast too. Fast move to the downside. 15 minutes, about to lose the 200 SMA. So here's the deal. That's a beautiful short signal. Watch this. I would start setting up a short. It's likely going to come back down and test this level here at 61,800. And then if it loses that, it's going to test the top of the pattern. And then if it breaks that, it's going to drop to the bottom of the pattern. And you're going to see a move here. And it would be a pretty fast move. Boom, right? To 54,000. Is that going to happen today? It could. I'm open-minded to it. We got to take it one step at a time. Could we get a bounce? We might. The 4-hour doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon, though. So when I see that the 4-hour is in momentum to the downside, okay, got rejected by the 200, wants to continue down for whatever reason, tells me to be wary, you know. And wow, man, that 1 hour bearish too. Look at that. It's a bearish engulfing candle. It took out hours of work in like 1 hour. Just brah. And there was bearish, you know, strong bearish div on the 15. So you can see this whole thing was trending up, but the RSI was trending down sharply, and that told you, you know. And then we had this shoulder, head and right shoulder. Wow, look at the 15-minute bouncing off the 200 like a, wow. Look at that insanity right there. Oh my God, look what just happened. Bitcoin just went all the way up to 62,000. Yo, that was insane what I just saw happen. Did you all see that? Was that even real? Bitcoin just ripped all the way up, liquidated shorts at 62.9, and then continued right back down again. That was a manipulation whip to take a bunch of leverage traders right out the game. That was crazy. That was crazy. But what I would do right now is I would use the 15-minute to short, and I would keep my stop loss on the other side of the 200 MA. Now, they would have got us right there for sure. That was a crazy move. But you'd figure they can't do it again, right? This short's likely to play out back to at least 60,400. I see more downside right now for Bitcoin. I don't see any upside. And again, even though we were trading bullishly, I kept telling you I wasn't bullish at all until we broke above this key level, 65.5, at least 64,300, and then 67.2. I said, I don't care how bullish we get, you got to break through 67,200. I see this continuing to the downside right now, based on the 4-hour just continuing to plow down. The 4-hour's got a lot of legs to the downside. All right. Construction output, GDP, USD, yep. Consumer sentiment, 10 a.m. today came out, right? And let's take a look at what we can see here. So the forecast was 79 and sentiment is 77.9. So down considerably. March, it was forecasted, it was down. It's been pretty, but here, look, it was so much better in January, right? So it's just been on a decline. All right. But this, they also don't, you know, I guess it's funny, like, sound like Bowden, but he was like, they don't interview everybody, and, you know, it's not as bad as you say, and so consumer sentiment is bad. That creates the S&P. At the same time, to me, I don't know, man. I take that as like whatever's. I just look at this as just TA, you know, just TA, technical analysis, Bart Simpson, bearish divergence. All right. I only wish I had called it out perfectly when it happened, but I was working out. I can't be on the charts 24/7. I wish I could. Right? Yeah, I don't open up longs when we lose the 15-minute 200 MA. It's usually not a good look. I'd rather get stopped out here and then open a long later on and on a flag above the 200 and play my model the right way. My model says stay short right now. So I just do the same thing over and over again. That gives me my probabilities. If I switch it up, then I lose my probability. You can't switch your probabilities up. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole key. Previous resistance is support right now, though, at 61,800. Remember, 61.8 is always going to be a contention point. Once we lose 61.8, Rhapsody. Am I opening up a trade right now? No, I'm not. Why? It's Friday, lower volume, more likely to get hit off. All right. Let's see what the 1 minute is. I mean, that technically is a bullish div. That's a sharp swing down, and this doesn't swing down as sharp, but it's not that strong. And so now you know what your contention point is. See, we always find the dip, the resistance that causes the crush. And so now you got to break back above 62,500 to remain bullish. It's 482, but we'll call it 62.5, right? I would drop below 3K. It's a Friday, though. Hey, holy cow. Got lid hunted. Though that was crazy what happened there. They went and bing. So you got a bullish div on the indicator. This is technically where they would get a reversal here after the liquidations. Let's take a look if there's any way out of this locally. You got a little bit of liquidity here at 63,000, but that's about it. And it's a sell. And you still got this guy up here at 65,250, but he could have just left it there and fallen asleep. You know what I mean? You never know. The biggest orders and the fattest orders and the reddest orders are at 59,000 to 60K. 59.5 to 60,000. All right. I nailed the short on the NQ today. It was a gorgeous Friday. Love you, bro. Hopefully we hang out tonight. You know, does anybody know? I was using the jacuzzi every night. And then I got what I thought was a cut on my foot. I didn't really pay attention to it. I also got bit by, you guys have these red ants here. Oh my God. So there was red ants on the driveway. I'm cleaning the car, right? Just doing my thing. And I don't realize it, and I have no shoes on, and I back up and I step on them, and I don't even notice. I look down, there's like one or two on my leg, and I brush them off, and I notice right after that, my leg is burning, dude. My foot is burning. And I'm like, this ant just bit me. I tell my wife, I think these ants bite, dude. We don't have them like that in Boston. We have ants here and there that will bite you, but you got to like really find them out. Yo, this thing bit me. And then, like a fool, I kept forgetting about them. So, like, then I hit them with the power washer, got them all gone. I was like, you're gone, right? They came back with a vengeance. They were like, oh, you're going to power wash us away? It's like they got pissed. They started crawling all over the hose and stuff. Then I realized they were on the hose. They were everywhere. So I power washed them again. And for a while, I was away from them, and I kept reminding myself. And I should have just backed the car away. But I had the car near the grass because I wanted, whatever. And third time I go back again, and I forget about them. like a moron. And I'm looking at, you know, a smudge in the car. I'm like, oh, that smudge. Why is there a smudge there? You get real obsessed when you're cleaning the car, right? And I'm like, and then I hit it with the power washer. And then next thing you know, I look down. There's like 17 of them on my right foot. They're everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God, this is insane, right? And I don't know what happened, but now my pinky has this giant blister like pimple on it, that my pinky toe, that hurts so damn bad. I don't want to show it to you because it's disgusting. And I've never had anything like this on my toe in my life. And I don't know if it's a spider bite or if it's a complication from the fire ants. All right. No, the HOH does pest control here, I'm pretty sure. Even the ants will leave in the Northeast. Is it really a fire ant blister? Do they give you blisters? Red ants will take over. Have that sprayed ASAP. It's an ant bite from Florida. Totally normal to get that bite. Okay, thank you. It was all pussy. It hurt. Okay. Watch for the brown recluse spider. That's what people are telling me now. A red ant bite will hurt for weeks. Really? No, because I got bit by so many. And the other bites don't hurt. Sam's battle with the ants. Yeah, you guys don't care. Chuck on base and go crazy. Guys, stop pushing Chuck on base on my channel. We're not your exit liquidity. Have fun getting someone else to buy your bags. I appreciate it though. It's not a wart. God, I do not have warts on my feet. How dare you embarrass me like that in front of everybody? You just said that to make me turn flush red. I am not a wart guy. So look, we got this bear flag beginning to form here for Bitcoin. Everyone wants it to reverse. It may. What I do is I watch how I don't know, we're too far away from the moving averages almost to get a dump, but we could get one more quick dump, but then we'd have to pull back. Well, we could get a bull flag that could continue. So I flipped the chart upside down and traded bullishly, you see? You even grab the short tool. And you're like, there's my little scalp right there. Like my 1 minute scalp. Upside down though. So I have turned into a bear today due to the trend. The trend's not in our favor. In 61,800, once we lose that, that's a wrap. That was a main place that we had resistance yesterday that we had to hold. All right. So yeah, brown recluse, also known as the fiddle black spider. So many brown spiders there. Look for the violin shape on the spider to know. Put wet baking soda on your fire ant bites. This an old time fix. Thank you for saying that. Kendu, there's a Kendu fiend in here. He just keeps pushing Kendu. All right, anyway. Let's talk about the hottest coins of the game right now as Bitcoin's about to take a move to the downside. I see this dump coming right now. Boom. Because we're going to lose support at 61.8 and then we're going to drop down to the retest point at 60,000. Then if we break back inside this pattern, this could be the day of pain. And now we're at 61,780, already lost 720, already lost here. The perpetual's paying. So I'm telling you right now, we're about to drop. I gave you the entry with the stop loss. Everyone said, my stop loss always gets hit. Every time I use a stop loss, it gets hit. You just don't know how to use a stop loss. You don't know where to put it. All right? That's what she said. I'm sorry. But I'm ching. Hey, Sammy, this is a kid show. Hey, go to church, man. I thought you were a God-fearing man. I am. But can I be a comedian? Doesn't God have a joke with you every once in a while? I feel like God every once in a while has a joke with you. You know what I mean? God's actually the funniest person I've ever met, man. He gave me some of the funniest things that ever happened in my life. This is a strong bullish div here now as this starts to go up while that goes down, right? Attempting to hold off the pain, and we're getting a round move there on the 1 minute. Telling you right now, 61,750, 61,008 is a big area. All right. Jesus laughed more than anyone in the Bible. Wouldn't you rather be disappointed than your stop loss hit than be disappointed that you got wrecked for not using one? Amen. I like what he just said. It's good humor. People are selling like crazy for everything, anything going on in the news. It's so funny, man. God is never serious. He isn't sincere. I love that. Oh, God's been lying at me real good. Look, you're funny. So a bullish div there. Look, even the indicator called it out. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem that strong to me. Personally, doesn't look like an amazing... Could be the reversal. It's strong enough. The last 5 days, every day, we've caught the exact bottom on the channel live, if you've watched and paid attention. And then we've played the reversal throughout the afternoon. That's kind of what happened every single day this week. We caught shorts throughout the live stream. Towards the end, we caught longs. Or we caught shorts at the beginning of the day and caught long. And man, this literally the last 4 days, you guys should go. Yesterday's live stream, I would go and rewatch. It was a clinic, straight up clinic. One of my best performances ever on a live stream, like in history. Like, it's funny, it didn't get as many views. It got the least amount of views of any live stream in a while. I don't care. I don't focus on that. I focus on the views I do have. I always focus on what I do have with gratitude and love, man. Hey, Lifer, what causes the entire market to dip like this? It's very defeating for someone who has been DCAing for 6 months. All my profits disintegrating. What happens is, I agree with you. It's not easy. And this is why they shake a lot of people out of the market. What you just said is is what creates gains, because most people can't handle it. All right. I start shaving the stop loss a little bit now, just a little bit, not all of it, just a little bit. But I see this coming down and coming down fast. 61.8 was a really key level. Once you lost 61.8, a lot of people are going to jump on a short now with a stop loss on. The support and resistance traders are going to do it. I can do it. And remember, we see the 15-minute lose the 200 MA. Yes, sweetie pie. Someone came and gave you a present? Ooh. The mailman? Oh, wow. And so once you lose the 200 MA on a time frame, specifically, I go from the 1 minute on, I know it's wrapped. So the second the 1 minute lost it, you open the short. And then if you see once you get to the 15-minute, you start thinking of taking profits, you watch this area. Look, they brought it right back up to scare the shorts. Look at that. Because they knew they were going to drill below. It's like, that's a known signal. So they try to scare people off the signal. What I do is, like, say I saw it go down a little bit, I got in, they ripped me out. I just get right back in again. It happened to me yesterday. Like, they ripped it above the 15 right here. I got in the trade. They stopped me out. I got in the trade again, and I paid myself the stop and more, and I won all that money back, right? I didn't let them scare me out of my same, and that was the one trade I lost yesterday right there. All right. Angels fly because they take themselves lightly. You're funny. Quality is better than quantity. Amen. It's funny you said that the red ants, you got to bite them back. One time I had one on my hand. I didn't know what to do. I just went like this. I bit it and I spit it out because I didn't want to touch it with my hand. I promised on my life. I threw it in my mouth. I bit that thing and I spit it on the ground. I was like, Sam, you're out of your mind. What are you doing? And I'm like, you got to do what you got to do, Sammy. Look at this short paying you so nicely to the upside. I gave you both shorts, the 1 minute short and the bigger short. Both are paying you absolutely beautifully right now. You can move the bigger short now into break even. I have been spot on every single day here on this channel with the movement of price action. Because I can understand the support and resistance levels. I've been on Bitcoin every 5 hours. I haven't taken a break. Bang, bang, bang. And so further down to possibly about 60,007. All right. You don't want to go back inside this bigger pattern. That will be a beautiful, you do. It'll be awesome short. We can get paid nicely. Very nicely. And it's interesting we have this much liquidity on a Friday afternoon to shred the price action. Some major selling here back down to 59,000, but there's a bunch of buy orders down there. A bunch of whales want to scoop up 59.8. So this is where I start, I buy Bitcoin in the fear on the red days. You can't buy Bitcoin on the green days, right? You can't buy it on the green days, so you got to buy it on the red day, right? For me personally, this is where most people get scared out of the market, where most people can't handle it. This is where most emotions get wrecked, and people just, they risk more than they can afford, and they don't have anything left in the tank, right? Yeah, if you have, someone said they can't copy paste on Mech C. What I do is I just go to the window and I hit Control Print Screen and get yourself ShareX. And if you're a Windows computer, Control Print Screen. If it's a Mac, it's Shift Apple forward. So there's we go into the downside. I called this for you beautifully, absolutely beautifully. This short paying you. Come on, baby, all the way to the target. Because you knew once you lost 61.8 that you had to come lower. That's just what was going to happen. How did Sammy know it? Well, the main idea was the 15-minute loss to 200. Just as when we trade, this is the same thing I'm doing the other way around. When the 50-minute gained it, we traded it up. When it lost it, we traded it down. This is such a simple way to trade. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be like a smarty pants here. This is just really simple price action. You do not have to be a genius to make money trading. Just get rid of your emotions and stop telling yourself it's so hard. Nothing's easy, but it doesn't have to be that hard. Anybody make gains on the short to the downside? Man, I saw Bitcoin going down and then there with... Yep, and he made it more than he made it work today. Amen. There you go. I'm up 90% on my short. Put a 333 if you're in gains right now on the short. Again, another day where we called the market correctly for you. We didn't open up and say, oh, I don't know where it's going. I'm not sure. I opened up and said, that's going down. I said, my indicators give me a high likelihood of a move to the downside. I said, this is where it's going, and that's how it's going there. I said, that's where I enter. There's your stop loss. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Look at all the people in gains. This is why this channel continues to grow. Because it doesn't matter whether the market goes up or down. We teach people how to trade the markets. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'll be here no matter what. I'll be here tomorrow. The next day, we'll go to 14K. We'll go to 20K. I'll still be here short the market. We'll get the new trend and we'll bang on them. And I will teach someone how to short for the first time in their life. Profits of the short paid for the group is almost paid. I just bought it day one. Thank you, Sammy. God blessings. And that's a great time right now to talk about the trading group. Hit the link right there in the pinned comment and go to cryptolifer.com. Learn to trade, unlock financial freedom, gain an education. Don't be locked not knowing what's going to happen. Be able to know what's going to happen based on the charts. The charts will give you a high likelihood and a high probability. I show up every day and give you live trades that play out right there in front of you. And you're just like, there it is. He said it was going down. It went down. He said it was going up. It went up. How does he do it? I figured out a system that I backtested over 11 years, 12 years. I've been trading for 15, 16 years. The first 5, I was playing around. I'm not going to tell you I knew what I was doing. I joined a trading group. I got a mentor, 2 mentors, people that really dedicated their lives to trading, and I dedicated my life to trading, and now here I am. And now I give away the knowledge that I found so you can get busy, so you can make gains every single day of your life. Look, this stop loss has moved to break even now. You can't lose the trade. You're locked in. The only thing that can happen is you could get stopped out of break even. I'd even take half off the table right now and leave the stop to break even. Now you're paid for sure. You can't lose. And if you're losing tons of money, stop trading so much and learn some patience for setups. Exactly what Frankie Fasthands just said. You got to have this is how I want to trade it. This is what I want it to do. This is what I'm going to see, you know. And look, I didn't buy into that div. I knew it wasn't strong div. It was garbage div. Why? Because the 15-minute loss to 200, that told me more pain was coming to the downside. I knew because I've backtested. I spent years alone disciplining myself while everyone else was out partying, drinking, doing drugs, right? Hanging out, chasing women. I was chasing the charts. I was chasing the knowledge, right? Now they see me grinding. They see me doing it. They see me, you know, and it's like it came from being a nerd, right? I stuck myself. Everyone wants the gains, but no one wants to be the nerd. No one wants to be alone in the charts for hours on end. I keep pushing this idea on you. To become successful, you do have to go your own way. You do have to go it alone at one point. That's, you know, there's the target right there. We hit our target. That trade's done. Congratulations. That trade is over. You nailed it. If you took the trade, it's over. You don't have to be in it anymore. You won the trade, everybody. So live trade right there. There was your entry. There was your bang, bang, bang. You could keep the bigger trade open on the 15. But I would take profits now. Why? I mean, we're oversold, right? It was a nice move. They could easily V-shape us right out. We could end up right back up here at 63,000 in 2 seconds. Remember, Nerds run the show. Shout out to Rave Song Records. Yep. So now, same idea here. And this is the next flag to the downside. The scary fact about this is, once we break inside this bigger pattern, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I want to look at this on a different, and that's why I don't put out tons of altcoins recently. It's just, we've been scalp trading Bitcoin on and off. How do I learn more discipline to not jump back at a trade? Lost all my profits. You know how you do it? Look at your week, look at your month of trading and see how many trades did you trade. And if in that month, all right, it was like 100 trades, but you were like, say you lost $2,000 or $3,000, then go look at all your wins and see your wins and be like, man, and look at the days that you won and ask yourself, had I stopped trading on that day, and then realize that all you needed to do was make like 7 good trades that month and make maybe $200 a trade. See, what I used to do is I used to trade, money, think about, do all the stuff, right? And then end up down at the end of the month. This is 9-10 years ago. I remember when I first started trading, and I'm talking swing trading. I wouldn't even leverage trade. I would just swing trade spot with and what I found was that I just slowed down and traded less and waited for the better setups, I would have made, I would look at all the awesome trades I made. I made that good trade. I made that good trade. I was like, I ruined it because I went in late at night at 1 a.m. Get a trading diary. Start writing down how you're trading and why you're trading. What are you doing? And you got to discipline yourself. When you make a bad move trading, remember, you come home late at night, the market just looks good to you. Say, like, it happened to me even just 6 months ago. I traded diligently all day long, in and out, won like lost 2 out of 6 trades, right? Won 4, lost 2, was up like 750, scalped 150 there, 250 there, lost 100, scalped 200. I was up like $700, and then it was 1 a.m. and I was like, I'm just gonna front run the fact that we're gonna break this 200 SMA, and then lost half. You know what I mean? And then I looked at myself like, why did I do that? So even I can make the mistake of the horrible discipline and the pain, right? But look, this looks like it's going to head further down. Measured move is smaller, but I see a move further down. The stochastics just keep wanting to push us. And remember, the 4 hour is getting flushed right now. So in the back of your mind, you have to see the 4 hour in your mind just getting a bearish engulfing candle. Look at that thing. That thing is scary. And then we have to look at this. And now we're back below the 22-hour 200 SMA, which I told you was like, no. Like, you can't have that. And this is why I'm not like, oh, we're going up or we're going down. I take every single day at face value because you have no idea what's going to happen. All right? So, yeah. NQ holding 200 MA on 9-minute support. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have a trading diary, in and out, and don't overtrade. Just be happy with the moves that you did make. If you're smart, no matter what happened that month in the market, you should be up on that portfolio. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does. If you played your cards correctly. Anyway, and look, I have to use the 1-minute chart to see that what's happening here. And the stochastic, see, when they start to turn, it tells me more pain. So there's your next entry right there. I didn't get a chance to put the entry out, but at this point, you should be able to see what I'm putting down. And there's your drop further down, right? And everyone who's thought we were out of the water yet, they were like, this is the biggest, you know what I mean? There's not one person saying, we may not have a bull market, right? Everyone wants to say it has to be this, it has to be that. I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying it is. I don't want to be, I'm open-minded to put in what I'm willing to lose to find out what's going to happen. But that's it. I'm just trying to explain this to you. Everyone thinks that I have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. I just know how to trade so I don't get overwhelmed. You see what I'm saying? Nobody has anyone telling you they have all the answers doesn't. They just don't. Don't listen to people that tell you they know it all. All right? Watch what people do. See how people live their lives. Right? If they got a good family, things are on tight. They're with their kids every day. They're living life. I mean, that's a successful man, right? I'm having my third child with my wife. We have an amazing, relationship. I'm super excited to be with my wife. Like, I'm excited to live with her every day. Like, she is an amazing person. Like, the journey that as I get to know her, she is more interesting every single day. She's more fun every single day. She's more considerate. She's more beautiful to me. She's more loving. She's more caring. As I see her take care of my kids, my children, the bond between me and my wife grows and grows and grows and gets stronger and stronger. And it's a beautiful relationship. And like, I wish everybody that success in relationships. I wish you find someone that you love, that you care about, that completes you, and that you can share all your ups and downs with no matter what, that never judges you, that holds you down, that's there for you, and that you're going to be there for them no matter what. Like, marriage is such a beautiful, whenever I meet a young man, and he says, I'm getting married, and he's all worried, I look at him and I smile. Because I know if he has the right woman in his life, he is going to be so set, because I had the right woman in my life, and she set my life up. She now thanks me so much for all my success in my life, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. She's like, you didn't always have it put together. She's like, but I believed in you, and now I got rewarded for putting up with you when you were a mess, It's just funny. I just love my wife so much. She's going through so much with, taking care of the kids, and it's just not easy. Now, there's a bullish div there that could end the pain here on the day, but I'm just not buying it. I mean, look, now you have a resistance at 61,200. 61.2 was a resistance too. When did you find God? I feel like I always had God in my life, but I really submitted to God, meaning like I knew I wasn't the one in control anymore. About 4 years ago, about in 2020. Yeah, 2020. It was this channel, 2021, is how I found God personally. Through my YouTube channel, I was able to find God in reality. It was like it would happen in real time. I realized that I wasn't alone, and that there was always going to be a being with me for the rest of my life, and that I was never going to be alone. And when my parents died, and I still realized that I had a father. The death of my parents this year was very tough. My mom died on Thanksgiving. My dad died May 1st, May 2nd at 1:45 in the morning when we finally unplugged him. Right? So, but look, it oversold in the 1 minute. Bear flaggy in a way, kind of a double top M pattern there. You couldn't get back above the key level at 61.2. So this short still stays valid. And you can notice that these stop losses that we put out were very close to the entry. We're not risking a lot here. All right? I want to make that, Sorry for your loss. Shout out to Ray Novicio. Thank you, man. I just closed the short. Market not allowed. The Bitcoin goes down anymore. My B-day is May 1st. God bless you, brother. Lost 2 parents this year as well. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you, man. But you know what? They're with God now, and it strengthened my relationship with God so strong when I lost my mom and dad. I thanked finally. It took me a while to thank God for my mom passing on Thanksgiving, because I realized, she was with me. And I go over this sometimes, and I'm sorry to be morbid, but maybe some days it comes out because it has to come out so I can live my life. You guys are like my therapist in a way. I dedicate so much time to the stream that sometimes I have to even, let out what I'm going through. But what a blessing, man. I talk about my mom. We went from 877 to 750. We lose 120 people when I talk about my mom. It's so crazy, right? People just want to hear the charts. They don't want to hear about your dead mother. Nobody cares. That's what I learned too. Nobody cares. The algorithm doesn't care. Nobody was going to care if I sat and cried and didn't push through and keep my business going and keep my head up. You know what I mean? It was a time in my life where it was like the YouTube algorithm waits for no man. It's not like, oh, we're so sorry, Sam. We'll hold your spot while you cry for a few months and then come back to YouTube. It doesn't work like that. That That's why a lot of people can't handle YouTube, because it's not like a boss you can talk to. Like, you either do it every day and make it happen, or it leaves you to the wayside. There's no excuses with YouTube. It's survival of the fittest. You know what I mean? It's survival of the fittest. Like, either you work your butt off to stay in your position, or you get thrown to the wayside. I've seen many YouTubers were ahead of me. They had bigger, communities than me. They had everything going, but they didn't keep it moving. They got, I don't know, careless, depressed, whatever it was. They let life get in the way, and they didn't keep that momentum. And I was able to pass them or get close to them, right? And that should never have happened. They had so much more momentum on me. And so I look back on that idea, and I see young YouTubers coming up, and I don't want, I got to keep the pedal to the metal. It doesn't stop. Just because you get a few wins, you get 63,000 subs, it doesn't stop. You're nowhere. You're exactly where you were the day before. Every single day you push. Every single day you push. Every single day you push. You hear me? Every single day you make something happen different. Every single day you find a new way to forge ahead. No excuses, no whining, no crying. Nobody's going to be there to hear your tears. You see what I'm saying? So... And so more bearishness I see here for Bitcoin. Looking pretty bearish here. Now we're kind of sideways. Losing volume too. Remember, it's a Friday. The volume will start to slow down. I respect you so much more than I ever would have, because I've seen the bad times, the real stuff. So I celebrate you for the good. Amen. Amen. You're my crypto brothers and sisters. Amen. Shout out to Frankie Fast Hands. And there's another short to the downside. So you can see I call it long, I call it short. But this is a, And honestly, what I saw too was like, kind of a symmetrical triangle, right? And these are 50-50, but they mainly break to the downside. That target takes you to 53,000. You got this ugly wedge that you may just want to, and then you may just be range bound. Back to the bottom of the range again. And then if that coincides with my daily 200 SMA, right? And then the Fibonacci. Let's see here. Bang. And there you have it. I mean, there's your 618. And it's all lining up. Like, the stars have aligned. Look, that's the measured move of the base of the triangle. All right. Damn, my foot hurts today, though. I'm telling you. And now, look, you lost 61,000. Bloodbath to the downside. We go back to the smaller time frame that I had for you. Now you're getting a stronger bullish div. See how this is now starting to push up while this pushes down? That tells you you're starting to hit some type of bottom for the day. You had one here, but it wasn't as strong. This one is more uptrend while that's downtrend. This could be our end. This could be the end of the day of the pain here. 60,800. They may choose the 8. They love the 800s. I don't know why, but they just do. So I adjusted that. Let me put it back. You're kind of still you're still in gains in the short, but not a lot. And it was the 4 hour that took over it. Wow. What I'm concerned about is the stochastics paint a picture, right? And when they're this high and curving and you already have a bearish engulfing candle, usually it's a pretty nasty drop to the downside. There's still time to open up a short here on the 15 with a stop loss on the other side of that 200. Still close enough to get the bigger drop. It might even come back and retest it one last time. But the 4 hour suggests more pain is coming. It really does. And there's more liquidity here too waiting for us. So there you go. There's the drop, and the daily's about to drop to the 200 SMA. And this is what we see all the time. Remember the pump up to the 200? So there you have it. I mean, I see the drop coming now to 53,000. It looks so likely. The setup is right here coming for us now. I don't mean to be the bearer of the Bears news, but, you know, again, we had to break back above 67.2 for me to even be somewhat bullish. You made a lower high right there. Expect a lower low now in the trend. It's really simple to me. And I'm still open-minded that maybe some way, shape, or form, a smaller time frame could change the sauce right now, but right now that's just not the case. That's why I'm open-minded, but it doesn't look as such, right? That's why I give you so many different time frames and so many scenarios here. And then you're close to breaking back inside the bigger pattern, which I've given you every single day. All right. Been riding my same short. If 60K doesn't hold, we ride it down more. Amen. Yes, exactly. Be thankful and be alive. Amen. Shout out to the 1,777 people. 777s there. I just saw blessings on blessings for everybody here on the live stream. Thank you for jumping on in. We need dumps to pump. Come on. Got to study and think like a whale. Exactly. Sam, with the 1 minute you just said, we are at the end of the downside. Lee Fox, I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. I don't know where Bitcoin's going. Your problem is you want me to tell you where Bitcoin's going, Lee. See, Lee says, Sam, within 1 minute you said we're at the end of a downtrend. Then, no, I did not. I didn't say that. I said I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. That's what I said. I said I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. All right? I'm showing you the probabilities, man. Please understand the difference. Okay? Can you just at least come clean here and say you understand what I'm saying, Lee? Lee Fox said, I get it. I understand now. I don't know. I would like you to, because if you can say that, then I know I can help you. If you can't, then I can't help you, because that means you're not learning from me. You're just like hearing whatever you want to hear, and you're not listening to me. Okay, Lee, are you there? I'm waiting for you, Lee. Lee. Don't disappear on me now. I just told you that you contradict your, but I understand what you're saying. But I can replay it back and check. Go ahead, play it back, my friend. I said this is where you get a divergence on the 1 minute. This likely could be the bottom for the day. Likely. At the same time, you have a resistance here. We have to break back above 61,250 to be bullish. So like, and as I said before, there's still time to open up a short on the 15-minute time frame. It's actually getting further and further away now at this point. I like to be closer to that 200 when I get into the short, you see? Yeah. Lee's 1 minute of fame. I am about to sell everything and walk away. Coinbase is down. We could move on, y'all. LOL. Let it go. Lee, you won't win. Lee, we love you, man. We appreciate you, bro. There's always been a delay with the halving. Yep. ETN, thank you. Crypto Lover knows nothing but the fact of his own ignorance. Say it out loud, Lee. Amen. Yeah. Thank you, Lifer. I'm up 2,000 USD with the trade. Amen. God bless you, brother. Another beautiful person paying attention. I mean, that's a strong divvy now. I'm just saying, it's a strong divvy at the point of control, holding 61,000. We bounced off 60,700. Now they could liquidate the shorts now, right? So because of the divergence, I'd chill on the short. A good divergence there. Again, it's got to get you back above at least 61,200 to remain bullish. That's the key level we want to break back above. All right. Shout out to Jennifer Moffitt. We appreciate you. Shout out to Brave Song Records, Squad Based, and everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. You said I open up a long at 60,008. Now, I wouldn't open up longs on a Friday. We had such a good week of trading. I feel like there's no reason to push Friday trading. You know what I mean? It can be very, very, very treacherous. Gratitude is the attitude. Amen. Shout out to Irish Aries, Matt Stevens in the house. I love it how Lifer actually interacts genuinely with the audience, not just wait and interacts with super chats. Just really appreciate it, brother. The Discord membership really helped me up my game. God bless you, man. I appreciate hearing that. Hey, if I helped you, then I did my job for the day, right? Bang, bang, bang. Let's take a look at the fan funding. Have you seen Kendu Inu? No, and I don't know if I want to. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. You teach a class May 18th. Thank you, BB. So I teach class May 18th. I've been saying it. I just want to thank you for clarifying that because I wasn't sure for sure. Everyone, if you want to jump on into class, I teach class this next weekend. A week from this weekend, which is awesome. It will be my first class taught in my house here in Florida. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. I still can't believe I live in Florida. I think it's the weirdest thing ever. You tell yourself what you're going to do in your mind. As you get older, life just kind of just keeps moving. You know? You go through so many big changes when you're 20, 30. By the time you're 40, changes just kind of fly right off you. And you're just like, yeah, I'm going to move. I'm going to pack all this stuff up. I'm going to get it done. And you get it done and you do it. And then you're there and you're just like, I live in Florida now? And you tell people I'm a Floridian. And you feel different. And it's just a different way. It's different. It's probably a wart on your foot. This guy. You guys are funny. And we got Chuck on bass and my wife giving a super chat. That's how bad it's been getting. My wife has to super chat just to keep me up. No, I'm just joking. Shout out to the 1,000, basically 1,800 people here on the live. We love you. We appreciate you. And we thank you so much for your constant viewership, your love, and your support every single day. So we got the bullish divvy, but we can't seem to get the love. It's trying to do that like shoulder, head, right shoulder idea. Look, flip it upside down. Would you trade that bullishly? It's starting to get some bearish. That would be a bearish div. Now it'd likely start to fall to the downside, right? If you were trading that bullishly. Unless it flattens out. Like unless it did something like this, right? And it flattened out and then it continued up. Looks like we'll head back up to the 200 MA here. Maybe get back to 62.4. And remember, take advantage of the red days. Like right now, I'm going to take advantage of this red day. If possible. Shout out to everybody here on MEXC. MEXC is the place to be around the world. Jump on into MEXC. Zero spot maker, take every 0.1. They seen the market went down a little bit. They cut their fees back to the lowest prices possible. Everyone else is going for 6%. MEXC is doing 0.1, baby. Nobody else is holding you down like MEXC. And I don't care how good the exchange is. I don't care how comfortable you feel. Get your money on a hardware wallet, at least. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. But for me personally, up to like maybe 10 to 20% of my net worth is on a hardware wallet. You can't leave it, you can't leave all your money on exchanges. You just can't. I know you need money to trade on the exchange. I get it. But you can't leave all your money on the exchange. You just can't. All right? You got to learn what a hardware wallet is. You got to learn what self-custody is. You got to take it, He said, thank you for all you do, Lifer. Sam, I want to be on Rave Song Records label. I make cool tunes. Hook us up. I will let you use my songs for streams too. Bless you, brother. Yeah, the wife for super chats just to talk to me because that's how exclusive it is here. She can't talk to me unless she super chats. Yep. For sure. That's it. That's the only way she can talk to me. Like, we talk only once a day through super chat, and that's it. And then we don't talk again. Unless she can contact my... So ridiculous, right? I mean, it's kind of a falling wedge that broke back to the upside. You're now you're in a little flag here. A little flag. A little flagito. Can you break through the gap back to the $61,800 level? It's likely you'll go back to 61.8. That's liquidity. Shout out to Cleveland Lifer. Hey, Rave Song, is he? You'd probably have to audition, man. He's not just gonna let anybody in the label. All right. Would I rather had AERO or AGIX, man? Honestly, I own them both. I wouldn't be able to split from either of those. Too much. AERO's got too much base connection and big things can happen. And AGIX just has too much of that ASI sauce going on with the AI. I just... One's just, AERO, I guess I would have to say AERO if I only had a little bit of money, because AERO's smaller and hasn't made bigger gains yet. So look at that flag breaking out now. Now we find the bottom, see? We call this is just like yesterday. We call the shorts, we find the bottom. And I show you, you got above the point of control, you have the gap in the VRVP, you have this nice little flag. 5-minute could V-shape recovery. 7-minute could V-shape recovery too. You could run this right back up to the upside. The 4-hour doesn't look good though, I'm telling you right now. Shout out to Joe Alfio. Thank you, Sam, for all you do for us. Always going above and beyond. 80% of my trades are when you are live streaming. God bless you, Joe. We appreciate you, and we love you for that. It's super nice of you. Stas knows what time it is. Shout out to Master Friend. High Street USDT. Sol is pumping. I mean, Sol was at 150, though. It's probably got to be at 140 now. Still at 148. Interesting. Sol not doing much on the downtrend, right? What are your plans for AJAX when ASI releases? You're going to have to just connect it and get your ASI. That's all. And then I'm going to hold ASI till Bitcoin gets to some crazy number, and then I'm going to sell. But you're going to have to probably like connect or do something, and then, swap your ASI. There's going to be some type of swap or something. So Solana, look at that shoulder, inverted head and shoulder, but kind of a symmetrical triangle, fighting the 8-hour 200 MA. Resistance, bounce. It's got some support here. So what's your bullish scenario is you break out of here, you retest 161, and you continue on your way to the upside. And you recapture the 8-hour 200 SMA. Beautiful, right? You're still above the 12-hour. But you're coming down like Bitcoin did. And if Bitcoin closes below the 12-hour 200 SMA, I become pretty bearish again. It's not a good sign. This kind of resembles a shoulder, inverted head and shoulder there, but it's not amazing, and it's just getting tight in accumulation here. Your bearish scenario is, this is the idea here, something like this. And when Bitcoin tanks, this tanks too, and you end up somewhere back at 108, 109, retesting these key levels. What's the worst case scenario for Solana? So you draw a giant fib here, and like Solana has to come back down to 91 to the golden pocket, or even wick back to 60. I mean, I'm open-minded that could happen. It went on a beautiful run from like, $20 when I talked about it in that jacuzzi that day outside the Ocean Club in St. Petersburg in October. I gave you guys the calls. It's been an amazing run. 257 would be the big, this target here, 257. I believe that's, where you would end. So am I bullish or bearish for Solana? I mean, the 12-hour looks bullish on the stochastics. You're getting pretty tight. I like to look at the Solana BTC chart. But Solana does what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin takes a tumble, like it looks like it may, Bitcoin doesn't look amazing right now. Like I just gave you that little recall in the 1 minute, but I'm not. And now you got a resistance at 163. Resistance. That starts to resemble a symmetrical triangle to me, and they normally break to the downside. It's been a tough few months, honestly, to hold your crypto. I'll be honest with you. They've made it very difficult. If you're still rocking with me, you have guts of steel. Like you're one of the strong ones. You were built tough. Yeah, you were built really tough. Always sniper long when I saw a huge red candle, F fair value gap. $56.5 local bottom when you zoom out. I was born in the bear. Shout out to GF Burke, who was born in the bear market. My man. He was born in that bear. Hey, man, that bear market made you a strong man, right? I'd rather be born in the bear than born and chase that green, right? And then get beat down. So, for some reason, YouTube is not liking my static IP. Keeps thinking that it keeps thinking I'm not who I am or something. I don't know what's going on. I'm either tough or dumb, maybe a little bit of both. Funny. So tight here on Solana. And look, we broke out. We attempted to make a little bit of a flag here. And look, this could be the Fibonacci that we're waiting for. See, and this is how you try to catch a reversal on the smaller time frame. When the 21 starts to curve, it's usually a pretty good sign that you're coming down. Usually a good sign you could be coming up, right? That divergence was strong that we finally caught right there. And that, if we can find it here on the chart on Bookmap, was a liquidation event. That was it right there. That was the liquidation event. And you can see the liquidations coming in. But look at all that liquidity below us now. It's just pretty nuts that we're, it's like, it's almost set in stone right now that we're going to go lower. That's a lot of liquidity. Yikes. There's just like nothing above us and it's all below us. Bookmap's telling us, hey, we want to go back to 59, 58,000. Right. This little flag's breaking out now on the 1 minute that I just pointed out. It's a nice flag. The target takes you to 61.8. So we traded short. Now I can see a possible flag move back to the upside. We found the bullish div. I attempt to find the daily bottom for you every single day if I can. All right. If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. When you get knocked down, you got to get back up. Yeah. If the numbers come out, they hit Bitcoin hard. How do they not proportionally hit all the coins? Do you have any reasons why Bitcoin dropped today? See, I don't look for reasons why Bitcoin dropped. Honestly, Grayscale's selling a lot. The U.S. government has a lot of, crypto stashed. Maybe they need that money real bad right now because they, are in heavy debt. So, there's just some things out there that can contribute to that. All right. Yeah, I got to ask why my static IP is just refusing. And again, everything's working fine, so it doesn't matter, but I've been in a long since 63.2. Yikes. That's crazy. Sam, we need more children in the world. How much are you going for? 15. Apparently, if I don't have 20 children, Andrew Tate says I'm a complete waste. Lifer doesn't pay attention to macro, only what's on the charts. Yeah. If we can bounce up the 200 MA daily, that would be amazing. I mean, that's what we need now, right? That's what we're looking for. Now, I almost just put on a collared shirt today, but I didn't want to piss you off and offend you, so I put on the jacket in the pocket square. You know what I mean? So I avoided disaster, but it could have been bad. It could have been bad. You're kind of waiting for a money printer here. Shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. It can look like an inverted complex head and shoulder here, right? I can't believe how much TA I do. My mind just said, how much TA can a man do in a week? I'm like, I don't know, Sammy, but you do a lot. It's insane. Matilda on the 15-minute. You have huge fair value gaps up there, too. Along 63 is wild. Yeah, only positive vibes here, friends. Shout out to Master Friend in the house. What? Casual Friday? Yeah, that's for Saturday night. Saturday night, I can unpocket square, untie, otherwise it's got to be a vest, a pocket square, a tie. You got to be all right. You got to be right. And I finally got the fan here. This one room, for some reason, the whole house doesn't get as cool. Obviously, the lights and the computer probably contribute to that, right? I see the reversal now, man, because the moving averages are curving, and when they curve, that's it. That's when we start to get the move back up. So I see the likelihood of a move here to 61,900 now for Bitcoin. As crazy as that sounds. You're about to get the 21 to cross the 50, which is a preemptive golden cross, like a preemptive golden cross. But still, it happens. And I was heading on over to Spot here to buy myself a little more of Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? I just keep buying a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, and it pays off over time. And I'm going to put this whole $1,600 into BTC today. There's a bunch of other things I could buy. I get it. But I want to buy Bitcoin up like the big boys buy it up. And so I remind myself every day to buy as much as I can. Whenever on the lows, whenever a red day occurs, I'm buying more Bitcoin. And there you hit. You can see I just market bought Bitcoin at 61,200 for $1,600, right? And I just keep, now I got 0.92. Soon I'll have a whole one. I just keep adding 0.02 whenever I get the chance. 0.1, 0.02. 0.1 now is $5,000, or no, is 6,100, right? 0.01 is $600. Right? Yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah, so 0.1 is six grand. 0.01 is 600. 0.001 is 60. So I want to get this to a whole BTC and then get it off the exchange. Might even get off the exchange today. But I like to wait to get it to a whole BTC and then get it off the exchange. And I fight and I fight and I fight and I slowly grab a little bit and I wait for the low days. And this one took me like almost a month and a half to make. All right. So, I mean, the price has been high and I've been waiting and waiting only for the reddest days. Nobody pays attention to this stuff. They want the fast gains immediately. Sam, can you make crypto great again? Of course I can. Let's do it together. We already are doing that every single day of the week. All right. So look, here's our Sammy Cup and Handy now. All right. Let me show you why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. The guy's out of his mind. We've never seen a guy play the cup and handle like this. Around the world, nobody has traded the cup and handle as much as this man. He just draws that cup. He handles it well, and he nails it to the upside. That's a cup and handle to the upside. That could reset, and we could start to get our move further up. I believe we found our daily bottom. I believe we found our daily bottom at 60,685. Let's see where the low of the candle, the lowest candle was. It was this green one right there. And look what happened. How did it reverse? From a bullish pin bar. You see that? A reversal doji. And then you got the green candle above it, which confirmed it. That's a bullish breaker, in my opinion. You know? Boom. Then you need, now look, resistance. You needed this candle to close above that bearish candle. And then once that candle closed, boom. Hello. Shout out to Master Friend of the House. If you want to learn how to trade zero liquidations, if you want to do more than you've ever thought possible, if you want to up your game, you know everything that I've taught you, but you want even more. There is more inside my trading group. Hit the QR code and become a purple guy in the purple group. Understand what London, Asia, how to do a zero liquidation and more. If you keep trading leverage and you can't stop no matter what, you got to pay attention to get the education. So look, now we have a bit of support here at 61,100 for Bitcoin. A little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. Let's take a look at Render. Someone said Render is pumping right now still too. That ain't a pump, that's a dump. You can see the whole market taking a bit of a hit here to the downside. Let's take a look at the total market cap and all of cryptocurrency and see what's happening on the total market cap. So look, total was inside of the same type of flag. I feel like that was the breakout there. Like we faked out, we came back inside the pattern. I feel like that's really the trend. Right there, we break out, we break back in, resistance, resistance. And then it's likely you're going to fall back. You really needed to break back out of this to the upside, right? The idea on the daily is this idea on Bitcoin, right? You're retesting. I guess you could say this and you still haven't broken inside the pattern yet. This is like your Hail Mary, like saving grace. Like you could still bounce here to the upside. You did not break back inside yet. But to me, it's a bit of a stretch. But it's the one way to look at it. They could say, hey, we're not, we could reverse here. Once you break back inside, then you're coming down. It's just very likely. And then that would it's just weird that all of crypto would sell off like this. To me, that would be some type of black swan or some type of strange, why would people sell for what? What's out there better than cryptocurrency at the present moment? What has a bigger potential to make you more money over time? I just don't see it. Real estate, I did real estate. I put money in it. It makes you good money over time. Like I put in 400 grand and I make about, I don't know, it can bring you in about $4,000 a month, which ain't bad really. And, you make about what, 40 grand a year or something. And in 10 years, you make your money back. And then you actually own something too. And you still own it once you make your money back. And after 10 years, it continues to produce. And that just gains, right? So it's good. But at the same time, I mean, Bitcoin at the same exact period in time would have made more money. Now, Bitcoin at this time, it depends on when you bought Bitcoin. That's the issue. That's why people compare, don't see it the same, because it depends on when you get in, right? Also today, I don't know if you saw that news that came out. There was going to be a solar flare that could stop the internet. I didn't even want to talk about it. I really shouldn't even say it. But there was talks about this solar flare that could shut the internet down, I don't know, man. The last time in 80 years we've had so. Yeah. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Bang, bang, bang. Great buy zones on the alts. I'm buying a lot of them. Look at that. All hitting at once. Dot serves. Yeah. Corey Upton just said, I just lost 350. I'm done with the group. Corey, if I was done with trading every time I lost 350, I never would have made it into the house I'm living in. I never would have had the friends I have. I never would have had the relationships I had. So, hey, man, your biggest lows should be your biggest wins. If you can see that, then you're on your right track. But if you can't, then it is what it is. Trading is frustrating. Many, many days it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. But I pushed through no matter what. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't open up any trades today live. I didn't see a reason to trade on Fridays. You know what I mean? I didn't. Short, it would have been a beautiful short to the downside. I don't force myself to trade. The market doesn't tell me when to trade. I trade when I feel like I want to trade. I'll tell you what, I wasn't in a huge long. Still gonna, if it can hold that higher low, see, and this is kind of the money printer. This is why the money printer's a very patient, and you're waiting for the 786 golden pocket here for the bounce. And again, why trade on Friday? I already said treachery on Friday. Lower volume, you're more likely to get stopped out. I started trading at the end of the previous bull market and still trading. God gonna take out the internet was a solar flare. Back to man's word. You're funny. 60,007 can't drop below, and we will drop even more. If that happens, I'll be Mad Max. I hope you have use your no. Murked him yesterday. Sammy Cup and handy. If you can't learn from your losses, you'll never be a successful trader. Amen. I learned a lot while losing. Keep working, bro. Amen. Amen. That still resembles a bit of a cup and handle here. We did come back to the 618 golden pocket. I'm attempting to find the bottom on the 1 minute chart on a Friday low volume. You got it. Like, you could put a heavy, what I'm doing is heavy pressure right now. Like, I do it effortlessly and we do it every day, but it's like the first time I ever did this, it was like, what, you know what I mean? I've lost a lot more than 350. I've lost a lot more than 350. I've also made more than 350. Take the good with the bad and then learn from the losses. Live to fight another day. Your money is better in crypto than the dollar. Amen. I'm down 300 on most of my trades almost instantly. Got to get in some drawdown to get the good prices. Interesting. If you're losing your mind about losing, then you're not working within a good risk management system. Amen. Love the channel. You're wonderful, Sam. Shout out to Josh. We love you. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here. I have a boot camp for day traders in Sam's Discord. Lots of traders at their wits' end. Sign up with me and find consistency. Join us. Yeah, like if you can't handle it, you need help. You need tools. You don't have the tools. Like, it's not easy to do by yourself. I'm telling you right now. Every experienced trader says the reward is more than the little losses. Soul is in the buy zone, flashing by on my end. I mean, I bought more Bitcoin today, right? You saw me do it. I threw almost $2,000 down. And I just, I have to buy the red days. There's no other reason. Even if we go to 53,000, right? Don't worry, we have a huge solar panel in space to absorb the energy for the space Bitcoin miners. You're funny. Go play Aaliyah, dust yourself off and try. You're funny, man. So a coin on my radar, we talked about Maze, M-A-Z-N. I didn't buy in yet. I talked about Math Wallet. Why do I like Math? Well, it's a multi-chain. I'm into multi-chain. And when I looked up Math and I went to Math here on CoinMarketCap, the first thing I look at is how many addresses does a coin have? That's the first thing I want to see. Okay? And let me show you what's happening here. Let's also look at the strong coins of the day. TON really just continuing to rip. It was 517 back to 683. I kept telling you TON was going to be big. I went over it numerous times. I showed you, I even kept the idea that the wallet was a big deal. The TON wallet was going to change the world. I keep showing you this page. I've had it up for the last few days on my live, and I keep showing it to you guys. Because I'm saying, like, Telegram wallet, how is TON not going to get big? All right. So TON beating up on Bitcoin, no one really cares. And you can understand why. To me, that's somewhat bearish. I'd want to see Solana break above 161. Let's see TON coin here on MEXC. So now it's up even more. When I put it out, up 22%, holding gains of 14. But when I put it out here, with a stop loss, everything you can see, it broke out of this flag and continued to go to the upside. TON, the Telegram network, right? And this thing has a market measured move to 1075. It dipped down to 469 just in May 2nd. So in 8 days, this thing is up more than almost any other coin, 50%. It's hot right now. So TON getting listed on Binance too. Yeah. I rarely see Sam risk more than 350. I can't afford to risk more than the lifer. The market breaks you before you become successful, at least in this climate. Anyone that's made it as far as I have has been beaten to the ground to the point where you have lost all feeling and you're somehow able to push through again. Like it'll break you and take you and shake you. And again, divergence is only as strong as supportive resistance levels that matter. Once I see that we're not, like, we should have gotten a reversal by now, we did not, right? So once you see that, like, you got to change the script. So what I do is I delete my old work. I start looking at what's happening. And there's a nasty bear flag, right? Like, look at that. It just looks like we're headed into the 50s today. Let me get rid. I gotta get rid of everything now and start fresh again. Moving averages. So look, we're losing to 200 on the 12. Bearish. Gap in the VRVP. says you head to 51,008. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Like, and I've been saying this for days. I was surprised that we got stopped there, and you know, I was very surprised that we got held by that little high volume node. See it? It's a chance we still make a higher low. I get it. Low, high, and we still make a higher low. There's a chance. There's a chance, but it's starting to get slim. Starting to get real slim here. You don't bounce off that. I mean, I don't see how you don't make a move here. Symmetrical triangle to the downside, right? 52,800. It's so simple and easy to do. You have a little bit of support right there where we hit, and you just could not get back above 64.5. That was the nail in the coffin, and the rejection at 67.2. And at this point, even if I play this game, I guess I can still play that game and say, well, you haven't broken back inside the pattern just yet. There's still hope that we could bounce right here. There's still like a piece of hope in my mind. But once this comes down here, you're coming down to 55. Oh, look at that 1 hour. Just blah. And then I'm back here again where I'm at, on the smaller time frame. Even that bullish divergence did nothing. And then I'm back to the 15-minute, losing the 200. And I knew, it was all there. And then the 4 hours just getting started in the stochastics. Like, it's just getting started. That tells me that this could be a nasty dump. So our only hope is that the stochastics reset and we don't take out this low at 56,009, right? We somehow put in a higher low at like 59, 58.5. Or we somehow hold 60,800. I'm not going to attempt to tell you exactly what's going down. Bullish div came back, try to hold this double bottom now. The chance we double bottom here. But we could barely retest and then drop further down too as well. This is where my mind gets like kind of crazy because I've been doing so much TA for 2 hours straight. Engulfing candle, baby. On a low news week. Big sign. Four-hour second right shoulder on the inverse is my hope, possibly. I just, because you had a low high, you made a lower high, you got resistance here. Unless you break back, I would not even consider a long. Unless I try to reversal scalp on a smaller time frame, I wouldn't consider a long unless you get back above 61,000. 250, 280, I wouldn't consider a long until then. Anything else is speculation. The shorts are control right now. Let's look at Casper BTC. Funny Casper breaking out against Bitcoin the last few days too. Look at that. So people don't want to sell their Casper at all. It's got such a strong community. So Casper bottomed, then Bitcoin bottoms, then Casper says no way. Pretty interesting. It's holding up very strong against Bitcoin. How is Mrs. Lifer feeling? She's feeling way better than before. Way better than before. Thank you for asking. So Aerodrone coming back again to retest the lows. This has been one of the hardest markets. I'll be honest, man. I guess every time. The bull markets are never easy. The bear markets are never easy. Markets in general are not easy. I can't wait till I just sell ice cream, man. You know what I mean? after I do all these markets all these years, I'm just going to do some business where I just got to get new product and, just ice cream or something simple. And I'm going to sit on the beach and just wave at the kids and say, hey, you know what I mean? Just like after 20 years of trading, 15 years of trading the markets, I feel like I'm like an 80-year-old man at this point. I've just gone up and down so many times. I've watched portfolios go up, come down, go up, come down. I've had to make decisions. Do I get out here? Do I get out there? What do I, you know what I mean? It's just my whole life has been constant risk. I've been in risk ever since I started getting into Bitcoin. And I had to jump out of the dollar. 2010, 2009, started buying gold and silver. I'll be honest, it takes a toll mentally on you over time. You just can't wait. Like, I can't wait to make my millions and ride off into the sunset, man. Like, they have put me through every single thing for me to get where I'm at. Like, they should have bulldozed me out of this market so many times, and I just consistently hold on like a squirrel digging my nails into a tree. They try to throw me off, and I just don't let them. Well, look, AERO losing the 200 SMA on the 1 hour, no good. When it lost the 200 on the 4 hour, that was time to bounce, honestly, and then wait for it to recover it again. Usually you recover it lower than at a lower price. I use the 200s to get in and out all the time of different positions. And look, the 4 hour looks bearish too right now. Like, the market doesn't look good. I'm not trying to lie to anybody. Everyone's like, oh, it's time to DCA. I'm like, what, I DCA into certain projects because I have no other choice. There's no other choice but to use this as a DCA moment into projects that I consider amazing. But it doesn't mean buy everything that's on the downtrend. Like, you gotta really be like, I only DCA into RWA right now, right? Because coins that were out of control ripping and came back a little bit. I took 2 years off work, and that's when I realized there's more to life than work. Stay up, brother. Much respect. Shout out to you, my man. Pimpin' ain't easy life or hard work. What about the presidential run you desired? I mean, you never know. If God plans that for me, I'll do it. All right. Bull market will be rewarding for us, though. Amen. It will be. That's And so we're looking for AERO is an Adam and Eve double bottom here to get us back to the upside, bounce back off 86 again. All right. If you're going to be president, you have to have time for ice cream. You're funny, man. So possible double bottom here for Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame. It's hugging this level here. It's attempting to hold 60,800. Sam, do you think we'll see all-time high again this year? The bull cycles are getting shorter. I don't know. I don't think, man. I take it one step at a time, one day at a time. I don't think I believe, none of that nonsense. If we get back above this 200 SMA on the 1 minute, then we can possibly get bull. If that never happens, right? I'm usually, but not today. Yeah. Real lifers never give up. 57K is the dip. Shout out to the lifers for being the best in the game. Shout out to Ray Gutowski. Love you, Sam. Love you, Ray. Thank you for being here with me every single day. God bless you and your family. And thank you again for the move, man. Every time I look at all my stuff, man, they moved my table. They didn't even have to take it apart. All the things that I worried about, you guys took care of so easily and without a problem. So thank you so much, bro. Lots of liquidations waiting at 60,200. Beautiful double bottom here for Bitcoin. Can we pump back up to the 200 SMA? If we break this 200, I'll maybe make a trade. Shout out to everybody here. Look, I got my new arm. I got my new PSA Road arm. Gonna be installing this hopefully today or tomorrow. I just got so much to do recently. It's insane. I got boxes all over my house that need to... I have 2 hours of breaking down boxes. Literally. I may need to ask if people come to my house again and help me out. I'm like overwhelmed. My wife got so sick and there was just so much to do. I took the kids to the aquarium yesterday. Being a dad, right? I had to do the dad thing. It was hot too. You had to walk from one spot at the aquarium to the next. I put an air tag in my daughter's backpack and was watching them so closely. I'd never want to lose my kids, man. That's like my worst fear ever. So Remember, if you woke up today and everyone in your family is healthy, you're winning. So there's so many reasons to break down our lives. There's so many reasons to break up our lives. Like the reason why things are going so well, why things are up the way they are. All right. My T-Display 3 Emerald comes today. Bitcoin miner. Pretty cool, man. I got a friend of mine in a big law firm. They season tickets to every sport. If their clients don't take them, he gives them away, and I get a lot of tickets. Maybe we get up. Yeah, man. Is it you live here, Miami Dolphins? But then I got to drive to Miami, right? Put boxes outside and spray them with water. They'll break down once they dry a little in seconds. That's a good idea too. And then just rip them to pieces, right? Pretty smart idea. I used to leave them out in the rain because I was just like, I got boxes on boxes. I see this bearishly retesting this flag here. See it? Like bearishly retest. See it? Came in, bearishly retest, fell further to the downside. All right. West Palm, would you consider living outside the U.S.? I would consider just living the freest life possible. Yeah, whatever's possible. Yeah. Let's take a look at the DXY. DXY is in a bull flag, but if it could break the 200 SMA on the 1 minute, it could dump. I'm watching it in this flag. So look, whenever I do something, I got to start from the beginning. Otherwise, it's like I can't follow along with what my thought process was until I start fresh from the beginning and reconvene. I watch other people explain their TA and they fobble all around. I make it look easy. It's not easy. Your mind gets better at explaining TA as you go on. Like, people know I make it look too good and they get jealous of me. That's the only problem. But that's my only issue is too many people in the industry get jealous and hate. But it's all good. We'll win in the end. I put my money where my mouth is. You know, DXY on the weekly wants to come back down. All right? I'm not saying we're going to pump. I'm just showing you what's possible. Some could look at this as a symmetrical triangle, which I see it as. And they mainly break to the downside. So that's 50-50 shot. The weekly says it's going to dump. And you got a shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. And we didn't want to break this high. And so far, that's a lower high. The 3-day chart is also pretty bearish. But you made this like interesting little flag. It's almost like you're in a similar flag as Bitcoin, which is weird. You've been dropping with BTC. So the DXY and Bitcoin have been like, you know, because Bitcoin's been getting sold off because of ETF pressure and Grayscale. And this has been getting sold off because of BRICS, right? You can clearly see that they're going to move on us. Like, they're doing anything they can to push the dollar out of its dominance. All right. Heaters make me famous. What does that mean? Jealous people is a good thing. That means you have success. Amen. You're right. No one hated on me when I was alone, depressed in a room. 100%, right? So could the daily break out of this flag to the upside? Does it pump with Bitcoin? Or do we make a lower low and fall to the downside? The 4 hours in a weird spot too, playing with the 200 MA. And a weird little choppy flag broke back inside, broke both ways. It's hard to really tell here on the DXY what we're going to see. I got a lot of mixed signals on the DXY. Man, my hand hurts today too. Just from watching you earlier, I've seen the shoulder, and I seen it was about to just drop. I learned a lot just from watching you. People should be blessed that they get to watch you. Amen, man. Thank you. We used to dump more often at the US Open these days. Any thoughts on Dogecoin? It's been very stable lately. Sam, how's BB feeling? Marta, she's feeling better. Thank you for asking. Busy with open up a franchise, busy with acting, and still making time to trade with Sam and the Discord trader group. You're the man. You're amazing, brother. You're pushing yourself to a higher level of life. You know, you want it more than everybody else, so you're going to get more. That's it. You desire more, so you're going to get more. Everyone else, why do you get this? Why do you get that? Well, look at the sports players that push themselves every single day and got good at it, and they got all the things they ever dreamed of. The homes, the cars, right? But they never really cared about that. They cared about the discipline. That stuff just comes with the territory. Everyone that doesn't have those things envies them, but once you get them in a different way. See, it's like you don't even... It's nice to have, but they're not as... I don't know. It's good as... I like to do things just to say I did it. Like, I want to live in a mansion just to say I lived in a mansion. I want to, drive an Escalade just to say I drive the Escalade. Then I can go back and drive a small car again. Like, I just want to know what it was like to be there, to have that position in life. And then, all right, I get it. It fades away. Everything fades away if you don't have a good relationship with God. I'm telling you, everything fades away. Like, if you don't have the gratitude, if you don't have the that consistent positive energy, it doesn't go well. It fades away, my friends. It fades away. I'm not loving the market today, Tron's the hottest thing I saw. I made a call on it right there at about 587. I was looking at it at 517. Man, I learned that lesson hard, lifer. Amen. Amen. Sarasota. Matera's objects are nice, but we can't take them with us. Yep. I definitely learned a lot during that intense moment before the dump. Thank you so much. Shout out to everyone that learned today. And those are the type of people I want to be around. People that learn, that push themselves every day, that want more out of life. Those are the people that I desire to be around. All right? Those are the people that I desire to be around. Is there a way we could bounce here? Honestly, that 4 hours got more downside. But again, if the Stokes concurrent and we make a higher low, then that's a chance. And that's still a chance. That's why I buy the red candles. I've seen them reverse it right back up. And then you look back the next day, dang, that would have been the best time to buy. Right? So, let's just say I'm locked in. Might turn into a day trader like the lifer. I don't even consider myself a day trader. Sarasota Shredder, Dave Das, Litzate Almond Circle up. I was at Almond Circle yesterday. I was eating at Coconuts. I like that place. Cha-Cha's, I think it's called, right? Or residential shredding service in the Brandington area. Mobile shredding that can destroy non-paper items using state-of-the-art technology. Sarasota Shredder Davy Das, based on the provided traveler retirement space, a residential shredding service. Shredding for what? Like paper shredding services. Can you come and shred my paper for me? I drove through St. Armand Circle this morning. So crazy. So cool to see people that are in places I've been. Honestly, Bitcoin's going lower here, everybody. This is a pretty nasty dump. I got to be honest with you. Look, that's a shoulder, head, and a shoulder right there. See it? Oh my God, look how fast that just went. Jesus Louises. Wow. But look, the second I saw the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, dump. Wow, it's been ugly status. And we redrew this last time already, right, on the Coinbase chart. Look, resistance at 61,250, couldn't get above it. Wow, this is going to be... I'm trying to zoom out and zoom in at the same time. It's so much... And I'm starting to get I've been doing TA for too long, for 2 hours straight. I need a break. My brain needs a break. As good as I am, I'm only as good as my mind can handle at that moment in time, right? You're testing this level right here. This is it. This is it. This is it. You break this level, you're dropping. First stop is this level here. Next stop, it's got to be like somewhere right here. You can't get a bounce here in the next, I'd say, half an hour. Like, this is a wrap. 60,500 is holding barely. Look at this nasty price action. Chop City. Look at that shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then once you lose the neckline, it's so fast when it moves. And your measured move is the length there, and that's exactly what you did. See, when I get dumps like this, I give up on divergences at one point. I need to see a inverted head and I need to see some type of bigger pattern, right? I looked at like this, like it was a bearish retest, and that's exactly what it was. Bearish retest, drop to the downside. Measured move, length to the pole. Now you got a bearish div again, and then you have another resistance at 61.3. Like, now you got to break back above 61.3. I wouldn't touch it, you know what I mean? Wow. I don't even realize what just happened. This week has been insane. And again, all you had to do was short the 15-minute losing the 200. Did I just delete the SMAs somehow? So weird. My hand is killing me right now. From charting for days on end, my hand just like from last night to this morning. And I'm sorry, everyone. I had to skip the weekly screen share last night. My wife just wasn't feeling well. I don't want to ignore her for like 3 hours straight. I get really deep in those screen shares. It's like we dipped all the way down to 60,200, dipped right back up. I don't know, man. Another bearish retest, it looks to me. Song's getting on my nerves right now with the dump. It just doesn't match, right? It's like, I'm not going for a swim right now. Bitcoin tanking, right? You eventually got to get back above the 200 MA on the 1 minute. If you can't, look, you got rejected by it right there. No way. That was the beginning of this dump. And there's liquidity all the way down to 56,700, 600 again. All right. You know, too many people are just, they don't look at the charts. They just think whatever they feel wants to happen. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. Ah, man, these people are psychologically insane. There's like a lot of sociopaths out here in crypto, man, and they'll say whatever they want to you. Oh, it's going to do this. It's going to do, I think, I feel, I believe. Insanity. Like absolute insanity. Like, I'm your mentor's mentor, man. Tons of bullish div in the 5-minute chart. I don't know about tons. Looks like a bear flag to me, my friend. I see more downside. 58,750 for Bitcoin. Sammy gives me the insta follow. Let's go. Shout out to Dan Thomas. Shout out to Crypto Bellico in the house. I mean, member Solana hit 200. Wait till we get that bounce. Don't know what day of week, but it's coming. I'm sitting on the sidelines today. That's why I just keep grabbing more. Bro, just got tricked on that dip and liquidated. My account did better before the halving. Funny. That should be a quote. So here's the deal. I would not long anything unless Bitcoin breaks back above this, bounces, makes a flag above the 200 SMA, and gets back above 61,300. You can't get back above that. I expect more downside. Give me the dump or the pump. I love your music. Wow, thank you. We've been in a downtrend for a while now, everybody. I just want to make that clear. Once you lose a 4-hour 200 SMA substantially for a long period of time, like you've been below the 4-hour now since April 13th, a whole month straight. We haven't spent a month below that. When's the last time we spent a month below the 4-hour 200 SMA? It was January till January. It was about 2 weeks. And here was this pullback here. It was the 16th of August. That was about a month. There was May 6th to June, about a month and a half. But it's a pretty long time below that 200. We got to get back above it soon, or this is a sustained downtrend. At the end of the day, we still have a low and a higher low there, right? So as long as you stay above 56,580, I got to remain somewhat bullish. That's like my line. But once you break that, I mean, and technically we did not break back inside the pattern, right? If I go to the daily, we didn't break back inside the pattern yet. Like, you got to bounce here. Like, Bitcoin has to bounce here and get back above the 200 SMA. I want to catch a falling knife here and open up a long. On a Friday, though, it's so crazy. Look for Bitcoin to break 61,300. And then if it can break back above the 200 SMA, I may even... But it's a Friday afternoon. I'm going to leave it alone. Just watch price action and observe. You do not have to force a trade every single day. Even I, the lifer. Oh, but the guy trades every day of his life. Honestly, every once in a while, you got to take some time off. I never take analysis time off, but I may not actually put my money in the market, you know? Is there a possibility that a few months to go and 100K, or is it impossible at this point? Anything is possible, my friend. Go Turbo. You like Turbo, I think, Sam, right? Thought you had talked about it. I've talked about Turbo in the past. It seemed like the guy who created it was a cool guy who never thought it would happen the way it did. And he got really interested and excited in it. So. All right, everybody, I got to jump on out of here for the day. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll be back again for another beautiful morning update tomorrow and our Saturday night live stream, Saturday at 8 p.m. You know how we do it. And Sunday, weekly candle close. So we got 4 live streams coming at you this weekend. Be there or be square. We love you. We appreciate you. And I'll be back for more. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for the fan funding and all the super chats. Shout out to Cleveland Lifer. Shout out to Joker NYC. Shout out to Joe Alfio. Shout out to Vitality B. Shout out to Crypto Wifer, Crypto CHF. Shout out to Octavio Aguilera and Ivan the Terrible. Shout out to Crypto Surfer and Etienne and all the beautiful people here on the live. We appreciate you all. We thank you so much for your time. And we thank you so much for jumping on in. God bless you all for being here, and I'll see you again for another beautiful live stream. Remember, you are the opportunity. You can, you will. You are the best, baby. You got this life. This is life. It's never going to be perfect. Not every investment's going to go exactly how we plan. We got to make it through the tough times. That's how this works, all right? If it was easy, everyone would be making money in crypto, but they're not. If it was easy, everyone would have the Crypto Lifer show, but they don't. It's not easy. It's one of the hardest things in the world, and you have to maintain your mental state, your physical state, your emotional state, your spiritual state. It's about battling through the hard times, my friends. You can do this, even though I don't, sometimes you feel like you can't. You have it in you. You have more potential than you ever thought possible. I'm telling you right now. Build yourself up. You deserve it. Love yourself. Use the word love with yourself. I love myself. Say it out loud. I love myself. I love money. My relationship with money is great. There's no reason to be afraid of money. Stop hating on money. Money's not the reason. You're the reason. I used to blame money. Oh, I hate the society. I hate money. I don't want to. It's all fake. This whole, I got to go to work for a living. It's the situation we live in. Everyone has to work. I don't care who you are. You got to grind. Nobody has it easy, even if you think they do. All right? Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Stay hot. Stay grinding. Believe in yourself. Get rid of the negative people out of your life. They have no place in your life. If they don't build you up, if they're not there for you, You gotta have some good friends that are realists. They don't agree with everything you say, but do not hang out with people that put you down. Do not hang out with people that laugh at your dreams. All right? And actually, if the normal people in your life aren't laughing at your dreams, they're just not big enough. Your dream should make most people just look at you and think you're out of your mind. I'm going to live in a 10,000 square foot house, a 20,000 square foot house. They're going to look at you. Who do you think you are? I think I'm me. That's who. Shout out to everybody. I love you. God bless you all. Have a great day. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. What are you going to start today? Get it in. I'll see you tomorrow.